What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And in this video I'm going to be breaking down Elijah Moore being traded to the Browns along with a third-round pick for a second-round pick. So the trade details, getting straight into it, is the Jets receive a second-round pick and the Browns receive Elijah Moore and a third-round pick. Now, Elijah Moore has been a disgruntled wide receiver on the Jets. He has not he's made it clear that he is not happy with his usage there. And, I think the way the Jets have handled Elijah Moore since drafting him in 2021 has been pretty strange. His first year, which was 2021, he had 43 catches for 538 yards. Then last year he had 65 targets, 37 catches only out of those 65, however, and only 446 yards. He only has 6 touchdowns in those 2 seasons. But I say strange because this is a guy that they drafted high in the 2021 draft. They picked him with the 34th pick, I believe it was, of the 2021 draft, a early second-round pick. And they really have underutilized him. He's kind of became a forgotten guy in this offense. And then when they traded for Mecole Hardman this afternoon, it seemed like, holy moly, he's even going to be more buried. But then it seemed pretty obvious that he was going to get traded, and just minutes later, he did get traded. For the Browns, this clearly makes sense, though. They need a good number 2 receiver after Amari Cooper, and now they got it. The Jets, it also makes sense because this is a guy that has it's not been a good match, who you want to blame it on, and you have so many other guys, you might as well get rid of them now. If I were to say who won this trade, I would lean towards the Browns, but honestly, it's a pretty even trade. I would give the Jets a B+, and I would give the Browns an A-. And the reason why I slightly lean it towards the Browns, however, for winning this trade is because you got Elijah Moore, but you gave up a second-round pick, but you got a third-round pick in return. Now, obviously, a second-round pick is a whole big difference from a third-round pick, but still, we're talking about 20 spots here, more or less, for Elijah Moore. It's basically like the Browns traded down 20 spots to get Elijah Moore, which I think is definitely worth it. But for the Jets, it's a player you had to get rid of, and you did get a second-round pick in return, what you used on him, but you did lose a third-round pick. So in a sense, the Jets kind of cut their losses, and it's almost like they let go of a player that they picked with a third-round pick, even though they picked more of a second-round pick, because they're getting the second back but giving the third up, if you know what I mean. So I don't think it's a terrible move for the Jets in terms of what they got in exchange. But yeah, comment down below what you think. But if I were to predict Elijah Moore's stats for this season, I think he's going to be heavily involved in this offense. I could see him getting 800 to 900 yards receiving, and I could see him getting 5 or 6 touchdowns, getting what he's gotten in his whole career combined. I think he's going to have a big year, and I think it was a great move for both sides. Comment down below what you think, and other than that, I'll see you guys next time.